I don't want to know if you prefer crunchy peanut butter or creamy peanut butter, chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin, or if you wear boxers or briefs. What I want to know is, do you get a real tree or do you get a fake Christmas tree? Well, at least here in my house this year, we did a fake tree. The wife and I, we've been alternating every other year. So last year we did a real tree. This year we're doing a fake tree. We put that up the other day. So comment below. Let me know how it is. I grew up in the South, and there weren't a lot of Christmas tree farms. Most people down south did fake Christmas trees, and my wife said growing up they kind of had a mix of both, just like we have been doing now. But if you have neither and you're looking for that nice Christmas tree smell or whatever, the good people at Stirling Soap have put a Christmas tree in a jar, and you can lather it on your face. And this is Coniferous. I've had this soap a while. I've been talking about finally doing a video of this soap, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. So I'll show you. Of course, with Stirling Soap, if you don't already know, you get a ton. It's cheap, and they really fill this jar up. It smells like a Christmas tree. It smells like an evergreen tree. What I do like about it, you even kind of smell like a little bit of earthiness, a little bit of dirt. It's not just straight Christmas tree, but it's impressive. I love it. I actually was recommended this soap by Todd at Take Care Man, a fellow wet shaver, and he recommended this. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. My last few videos I've been bowl lathering using the PAA Travel Scuttle. What I'm going to do this time is just kind of a face lather. Now I have a little butter knife. This is what I've been using to scoop out and then put in my scuttle. I'm actually going to scoop it out, kind of ball it up, and then just rub it on my face. I actually saw a Kevy Shaves video from a while back where he did that with some Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements soap, which is pretty soft. But like I said, if I kind of warm it up in my finger, kind of ball it up, even this will soften up. So I've scraped off a little bit. I've got it here. There you go, about an almond-sized amount. And I've already wet my face with warm water. It's early. Everybody else is still asleep downstairs. But yeah, I'm going to start kind of just rubbing it in. And it seems kind of weird at first, but then I'm going to rub it so thin you won't even really see the stuff. And then I'm going to do a face lather with it, and it should work perfectly. So it's kind of the consistency of like butter right now. But just work that in, and of course, smells gorgeous. Smells very much like an evergreen forest. And I've used a few of the Stirling soaps, and their scents are very strong. So whatever you're looking for, they really dial it in. Yeah, there we go. And I know it looks a little bit awkward pushing it in like that. It's kind of like rubbing a shave, like a stick, like an Arco stick or something all over your face. I think I'm going to have to step away. I hear the baby crying. Let me finish getting this kind of rubbed in, and then I'll go attend to her, and I'll be right back. But there you go. See, it's all kind of worked in there. Still have a little bit left on my fingertips. I'll kind of get that on there. Okay, I'm going to go put a pacifier in my kid's mouth real quick while I smell like a Christmas tree. Hold on. Wash that soap off my fingertip. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. She seems to be fine. So I've got my brush soaking here in my Texas mug. This is a new brush, actually. I picked this up on the AliExpress 11/11, November the 11th sale. And I'm impressed with how quickly this, my order came. This is my second time using AliExpress, and it took like 2.5 months. The first shipment, that was back in like May, and I didn't get it till like July. But this time, this came within like 3 weeks. So I think that's kind of more standard. This is a Yaqi 24mm brush. and it was $6 on that sale, plus free shipping. Can't pass it up. So I'm going to be using that. Like I said, I'm going to use it kind of like a face lather. So you can't really see that soap until I start to work it, and it's getting all over my shirt. But I start to work it, and it just explodes. And now I feel like I'm face first into a Christmas tree. The only other Yaqi that I have is one of the big 30 millimeter barber pole, and I love it. It's a great synthetic brush. I wanted a little bit of a smaller synthetic brush. Put just a little bit of water. I gotta fill up a bowl. So we're getting close to the holidays. Is anyone else like me? Like, you don't really even start your Christmas shopping until it's almost too late, and you make it hard on yourself. I did mention in the last video that I got my dad some Noble Otter aftershave. Got him that for Christmas. Plus some Hub City Soap Company aftershave, since him and I are both from the great city of Lubbock, Texas. He doesn't watch my videos as far as I know, so he doesn't know that's what I'm getting him. But look at that. A great face lather, and I didn't load out of the puck. This brush works great. Something else new that I've got here, also from that AliExpress 11/11 sale. This is a Yaqi razor. It's that Knight Helmet that everyone talks about how aggressive it is. I've used it a few times. It is very aggressive. And then the handle here is called the Nomad. It's a very short handle and very weighty. It weighs quite a bit. Bought the head and the handle separate, and both were $5. So basically, for $17, I got a razor and I got a brush from AliExpress. Pretty cool. Taking advantage of that cheap sale. And yeah, I'm using a Treet blade. So about this Treet blade, before I get started, I see a lot of people out there, a lot of wet shavers that use blades multiple times. I guess I'm going to try a longevity with this Treet blade. I'll go ahead and start shaving here. But I'm going to do a longevity, I guess. This is my third use of this blade. Now typically, I use a blade 5, 6, at most 7 times, and then I toss it. There is a wet shaver out there, a YouTuber, who has a Nasset or Nasset blade that has used it over 360 times. I'll put a link to his channel down in the description, but he's been using the same Gillette Nasset blade over 360 times. I don't know how high he's planning on going. I don't know if I'm going to go over 300. We'll do like 20, which is 4 times what I typically do with a blade, and we'll see how that goes. But yes, this razor is very aggressive, so I wanted to use a blade that I'm very familiar with. And that would be this Treet Platinum blade. It's my favorite blade. I'm very comfortable with it. I do own one other Yaqi razor. It's red, it's black. It's called the Melon Head. It's a double open comb razor, but it's actually pretty mild. You would think that it would be super aggressive, but it's actually pretty mild. So we've almost wrapped up 2020. And what a year it has been. Thanksgiving was very low key for my family. As will Christmas. Christmas is just going to be us again, the wife, the 2 kids. And that's cool. I love Christmas. I've said that before. Not a huge Halloween guy. And Thanksgiving is cool. The wife and I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation last night. And last week we watched Home Alone. So we love watching Christmas movies. I love getting into the holiday spirit. We're going to go look at some Christmas tree lights tonight. So even though this Christmas may be different than other years, still have to find ways to enjoy it. Okay, we'll do one more quick pass here. It's funny because, you know, followed by Christmas is always New Year's. I've never been a big New Year's guy. You know, some people are like, it's a new year, it's a new start. To me, it's just kind of another day. I don't change my whole life or anything just because it's the start of a new year. I always stay up. I always stay up till midnight. But then I'm kind of like, all right, tomorrow's just tomorrow. Quick second pass. I had like 3 days growth, and this very aggressive razor just knocked it down. I like this method of soap, like kind of digging the soap out instead of puck lathering. Loading rather, puck loading. A little bit more sanitary. I do share some soap samples occasionally with fellas through the mail. And that's just more sanitary. My brush hasn't ever been in the soap, so there's no chance of blood or anything like that getting in. I gotta do some Christmas shopping, so my wife and I had talked about getting a treadmill this year because we live in Wisconsin. There's no snow on the ground. It's crazy. Here it is December, and we had like 11 inches of snow in October, and there's no snow right now. But since we aren't going to any kind of a gym right now because of COVID, to get through these winter months, we were like, hey, let's get a treadmill. But we're thinking of moving in the spring. We're going to buy a house. We rent an apartment. And it's a split level. So if we get a treadmill, it's either going upstairs in the spare bedroom or downstairs in the kind of extra space that's downstairs. And I was like, do I really want to lug a treadmill up or downstairs for like knowing that it's only going to be there a few months? And ultimately I was like, let's wait until next year to get a treadmill after we purchase a house. And then we can put it where it's going to be for a few years. So that was going to be our gift to each other, my wife and I. and we wouldn't have to get each other gifts. Well, now I gotta come up with a gift. I think I've got something. I'm not gonna mention it because she kind of does watch sometimes. Get a little bit of soap there. I think I don't know. I don't know if she's subscribed to my YouTube channel. I have another YouTube channel. I know she's watched some of those videos. But... Okay. Yeah. So a very aggressive razor, but I do like it. And it was $10 when you count the handle. Impressed. I like it. It just splashed water all over the floor. So I've got the matching Aftershave splash. Stirling. This is my only Stirling Aftershave that I have. It's really nice. The scent, much like the soap, is very strong. I've seen a few people, gosh, I really got my shirt wet. I've seen a few people online and on YouTube saying that they like the soap, but the aftershave is a little strong. And I admit it's strong, which is good. At least for me, the scent lasts a little while. But it feels very good on the face. It feels like it's hydrating your face and not just drying it out. There you go, I shook it up a little bit. Oh yeah, that feels good. Go with a tiny bit more. Alright. So what a great way to start the day. Smelling like a Christmas tree. I love it. Alright guys, thanks so much. I'm going to do at least one more video before Christmas. I have another Stirling soap that I want to show off. So stay tuned for that. I'll have that coming out pretty soon. I hope everybody has an excellent day.